The man standing outside the store looked tired enough to be invisible. His jacket was worn at the sleeves. His shoes carried the dust of long walks. His shoulders seemed weighed down by the kind of burdens life never announces but quietly places on people one hardship at a time. And yet, no one inside the store had any idea that the struggling customer about to walk through the door owned every single thing around them. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and treating people with dignity no matter who they are, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Pulse. Because sometimes the greatest test of character comes when we think nobody important is watching. It was a bright weekday morning, and the flagship store of a successful retail company was already busy. Employees hurried between aisles, customers browsed shelves, and managers watched sales numbers on tablets with practiced confidence. Everything appeared perfect from the outside. But perfection was exactly what worried the company's founder and CEO, Faris Rahman. Years earlier, Faris had built the business from almost nothing. He remembered sleeping in a tiny apartment, skipping meals to pay suppliers, and working 18-hour days because failure simply wasn't an option. He remembered the people who helped him when he had nothing. A neighbor who trusted him. A shop owner who gave him credit. A stranger who treated him with respect when he couldn't afford much. Those moments never left him. Now his company operated dozens of successful stores, and profits were growing every year. Yet something felt wrong. Customer surveys were positive, reports looked excellent, and managers insisted everything was running smoothly. But Faris had learned long ago that numbers didn't always tell the truth. People did. And the only way to discover the truth was to see it himself. So he arrived unannounced. No luxury car. No executive assistants. No expensive suit. Just a simple jacket, old shoes, and the appearance of a man struggling to make ends meet. The moment he entered, he noticed the differences. Some employees barely looked at him. Others glanced briefly before returning their attention to customers who appeared wealthier. A few seemed annoyed when he lingered near displays, as though his presence might somehow reduce the image of the store. Faris wasn't surprised. But he was disappointed. He moved slowly through the aisles, observing everything. Not just what people did, but how they treated those they assumed had little to offer. Near the electronics section, he quietly asked a question about a product. The employee pointed vaguely toward a shelf without making eye contact. At another department, a worker interrupted him midway through a sentence to assist a better-dressed customer. Each interaction revealed something important. The problem wasn't service. The problem was respect. By midday, Faris had seen enough to understand why something had felt wrong for months. Then something unexpected happened. At the back of the store worked a young single father named Tariq Suleiman. Tariq wasn't a manager. He wasn't one of the top salespeople. In fact, he was one of the newest employees. Life hadn't been kind to him recently. After losing his wife in a tragic accident 2 years earlier, he was left raising his 6-year-old daughter, Noor, alone. Every day was a balancing act between work, childcare, bills, and exhaustion. Many nights he slept only a few hours. Many mornings he arrived at work carrying worries no one else could see. Yet somehow, he always managed to smile. Not because life was easy, but because his daughter was watching. As Faris examined a discounted item, Tariq noticed him standing alone. Unlike everyone else, Tariq didn't see a poor customer. He saw a human being. He approached with patience and genuine kindness. He listened carefully. He answered questions honestly. When Faris mentioned he couldn't afford certain products, Tariq didn't become dismissive. Instead, he spent nearly 20 minutes helping him compare affordable alternatives. There was no sales pressure. No judgment. No hidden agenda. Just respect. For the first time all day, Faris felt something he hadn't expected. Pride. Not in the store. In the employee. As the afternoon continued, Ferris quietly followed from a distance. He watched Tarek help an elderly customer carry purchases. He watched him calm a frustrated parent whose child was crying. He watched him stay late to reorganize a display that wasn't even his responsibility. Again and again, Tarek chose kindness when no reward seemed likely. And that mattered. Because character is easiest to fake when people are watching. The true test comes when they aren't. A week later, the entire store staff received an unexpected invitation to a company meeting. Rumors spread quickly. Some feared layoffs. Others expected announcements about expansion. Nobody knew the real reason. The meeting room filled early. Managers sat confidently. Employees whispered among themselves. Then the large screen illuminated. And onto the stage walked Faris Rahman. The room erupted into applause. Many employees had never met him in person. Others knew him only from company newsletters and corporate videos. Faris smiled politely before beginning his presentation. He spoke about growth. About values. About the future. Then the screen behind him displayed security footage from the store. Confusion spread through the audience. One by one, clips appeared showing interactions from the day he visited in disguise. Employees watched themselves ignore, dismiss, and overlook the man they believed was struggling. The room became painfully silent. Then new footage appeared. Tarek helping. Tarek listening. Tarek treating someone with dignity. Tarek showing kindness. The contrast was impossible to ignore. Many employees lowered their eyes. Others looked stunned. Faris explained that the company had never been built on products alone. It had been built on people. And people deserved respect whether they spent $10 or $10,000. Then he did something nobody expected. He invited Tarek onto the stage. The young father looked overwhelmed as he walked forward. Years of hardship seemed to rest quietly on his shoulders. Faris shared Tarek's story with the audience, not to embarrass him, but to honor him. He spoke about resilience. About integrity. About choosing kindness despite personal struggles. Then he announced a promotion, educational opportunities, and support that would help secure a brighter future for Tarek and his daughter. The room erupted into applause once again. But this time it felt different. It felt sincere. At home that evening, Noor listened as her father told her what had happened. Tears filled his eyes as he spoke. Not because of the promotion. Not because of the recognition. But because for the first time in years, someone had noticed the effort behind the struggle. Someone had seen him. Life didn't become perfect overnight. Challenges remained. Bills still existed. Grief didn't disappear. But hope returned. And sometimes hope is the most valuable gift of all. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and comment. Your support helps spread messages of kindness to people who may need them today. Special request, tell us in the comments about a moment when someone showed you kindness when they had nothing to gain. Because in the end, people may forget what you sold. They may forget what you owned. But they never forget how you made them feel. And sometimes, the person who changes a life isn't the richest person in the room. It's simply the kindest.